Welcome everyone to Motivation Monday. Today is Monday, October 3rd, and I am Lisa McCreary, one of the senior trainers here at AHCP. And let me say again to you guys, happy Monday to everyone. I cannot believe we are already in the month of October. It just seems like a dream because this year just went by so fast. Next thing I know, I'm going to be preparing for Christmas, which I probably should start doing now. Hope everyone had a lovely weekend, and let's go right ahead and jump into why you guys are here today, which is Motivation Monday. As always, we're going to start with our quote for the week, and this week quote states, "People don't buy goods and services, they buy relations, stories, and magic." And I really like this quote because it's so incredibly true. We think that people, when they buy, think their buying is not an emotional decision, but it very much is an emotional decision. Whether you're talking about a product or a service, people like to feel a connection to the people that they are working with. Sometimes this can be accomplished through mirroring our clients. If you have a soft-spoken person, you might become soft-spoken if that is not your normal way of being. Maybe if you have someone that's high energy, you might mirror that. But most of the times what I find works the very best is just being genuine, just being completely yourself and caring about the other person and what their needs are and getting to understand what their needs are. People can also relate very well when stories are used. If you are not using stories to illustrate your idea, or whatever suggestions you have for your client, I would say maybe start doing that, because people, if you can help your clients envision what it is that their life would look like after the plan or the plans when you are bundling, when you can help them see exactly what it is that they will have and what their lives would be like with the plan that you suggest for them, that could help you a great deal in solidifying that sale and them feeling good about it, so good about it that they tell their friends about it. And that's how we get those wonderful referrals. So just remember, it's really important to relate to your clients, to get your clients to understand your point of view by using those stories and illustrations. Sometimes, and during my presentations, I draw things to help them see the bigger picture. And then it really is magic when all of that works together and they see exactly what it is that you are intending for them and the service that you are planning on giving to them. So love this quote. Think it's very, very true. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Again, I want to welcome everyone to Motivational Monday. And as always, we are going to start off with our tips for the week. Then we're going to go into our sales shout outs. And last but not least, we're going to have our sales topic for the week, which is how to conduct a quality investigation. And this quality investigation is designed to help uncover the needs of your client. So first, let's look at the tip for the week. So there is training coming up this week on the 5th. At 10:30 Pacific Standard Time, and it's all about taking a closer look on how you can use ancillary products to fill the holes in original Medicare Advantage plans, or for those people who don't qualify for Medicare. We have some options. Hospital indemnity plans are a great fit for the right person. And during this training, the trainer is going to be talking about that. So don't miss it. If that is in your wheelhouse of services that you provide to your clients, please don't miss that training. It will be October 5th at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. Now let's go ahead and turn to our sales shout outs for the week. First, we're going to look at, and this is for the week of September 26th. So this is for last week. First, we're going to take a look at what carriers were doing, had the most sales for the week. And it looks like United Healthcare led the way when it came to short-term medical plans, as well as critical illness. And National General Insurance led the way in limited med, accident, and dental. I know National General has been doing just an unbelievable job with the limited med access plan. It's just people are really, really gravitating to that particular policy. So they have stayed on the leaderboard for a while with that one. Now let's give some kudos out to some of our top sales leaders for the week of September 26th. And in short-term medical sales, our top 3 salespersons are Katia Santa Maria. We see that name quite often. Great job, Katia, for making the leadership board. We have Max Weinstein and Cody Randazzo, 2 other names that are very familiar. And then we also, with limited med sales, Katia is right back up there on the leadership board. And we have Eric Bronsman, who is on the leadership board as well. That is I think that is a new name. I could be, if I'm mistaken, please forgive me, but it seems like that's a new name. Congratulations and welcome to the leadership board. And then for accident sales, we have James Jolly and Sean, I'm hoping I'm not going to butcher this, Eggiziano. I hope I said that right. Eggiziano. I hope I said that right. If not, please forgive me, Sean. I believe James and Sean both are new to the leadership board. Welcome. And congratulations to everyone who has made it onto the leadership board. And congratulations also to all of you that are, maybe you didn't make the leadership board, but I know you're out there helping tons of people with their health insurance needs. So congratulations to you as well for all that you are doing for your clients. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn things over and talk about our sales topic for the week. And that's going to be how to conduct a quality investigation to understand your client's needs. Okay, so the first thing we're going to discuss on this topic is when you're with your clients, where are you spending most of your time? That is very crucial. Because if I can use myself as an example, when I first started selling insurance, the one thing that I thought was the most important thing to do was to build that rapport and to get my clients to like me. So I would spend so much time talking about everything and anything except insurance with my clients because I wanted to get them to like me. And although it is important for your clients to like you, and to want to do business with you, one of the things that is a little bit more crucial than trying to talk about things other than insurance is to talk about things that deals with insurance and deals with the needs of your clients and what they're looking to accomplish in a good insurance plan for them. So one of the things I challenge you guys to do is examine your conversations that you're having with your clients and where are you spending most of your time and your conversation when you're talking to your clients. Of course, it is important to build that rapport, but you can build rapport, great rapport, through the investigation process, by letting your clients know that you care about what they care about. So that's something that you might want to just examine on your own to see exactly where you are and where you are actually spending your time. The next thing that I would want to mention is in understanding your client's situation, you will be much better equipped to help them or to lead them to the right products by understanding their needs. So it is really important when you're talking to your clients, because we have, as you guys know, insurance is so confusing and there's so many different products and solutions and things that we can offer to our clients. But the most important thing is to make sure that we are offering them the absolute right product for them. And in order to do that, we do have to do a quality investigation and ask really good questions to make sure that we are putting them in the best product or the best package that we can possibly put them in. And most of the times, you should be creating packages for your customers because, as we all know, every insurance plan, no matter how good that insurance plan is, they all have holes in them. There are gaps in them that needs to be filled or that you can better help your clients with, such as with their deductible, with an accident medical plan, or if they have a history in their family of cancer or stroke or heart attack, getting them into a plan that allows them to have that coverage for their family in the event that something was to happen to them. The next thing, make sure that your client does most of the talking. I know that this, when we see this on the screen, it's just like common sense. It's like, Lisa, we all know this. We know we need to make sure that our clients do more of the talking. But as salespeople, we are groomed to be great talkers. And we need to just remember, when we are dealing with our clients, we can't find out their needs if we are doing all of the talking. Your talking really should be limited to, in the very beginning, to asking questions. And those questions should be open-ended questions that's going to help you understand their needs. And then where a lot of our talking might get to be a little bit more is when we're actually doing our presentation. Then it's okay to talk because now you're letting them know how it is that you are going to help them. So this is the more appropriate time when you're doing when either you're summarizing what it is that you have heard from the client, and when you're also at the very end of the conversation, you're presenting your proposal to them. Now it's your time to talk. But in the very beginning, in the investigation stage of the conversation with your client, it's really important to make sure that they are doing the talking, but also that you are asking open-ended questions to facilitate that type of talking, because most of the clients that you deal with are, they're probably going to say, yes, I need insurance. No, I don't need insurance. They give you those yes, no type of answers, but you really want to ask questions like, tell me more. Can you explain to me what type of plan are you looking for? When it comes to the coverage that you want, who all will be included on this plan? Are there any medications that we need to be concerned about? Those are the type of questions you want to ask your client so that you get them to talking about what their needs are. Okay, so when it comes to quality investigation type of questions, these are some of the things that that you want to consider, making sure that you understand their current situation. So you're asking questions to find out exactly, what's going on. Why are you looking for insurance right now? How do they plan to use the insurance plan that you are setting up for them? That's a biggie. And then the budget question, asking. A lot of people really shy away from what I've found. A lot of agents shy away from the budget question because when we talk about money, people tend to want to avoid, especially our clients, they want to avoid the truth on what they are willing to spend, because of course they want to spend the least amount of money they possibly can. And we understand that as consumers, we are the same way. But sometimes when we look at um, what is cheaper is not necessarily better. And we have to help our customers understand that. And on this budget question, sometimes we have to peel the layers of the onion back to get a little bit more information from them. Sometimes I like to help them feel the pain a little bit. When they tell me, they really want a $300 package, but they're telling me they only have $150 to spend. And we know that that's not possible to get what they're looking for. So a lot of times, in order for me to help them feel that pain, I'll ask them, based on what your budget is for this plan, there are going to be some things we need to take away. What are you willing to sacrifice? And a lot of times when I ask a client that, they sort of come back like, wait a minute, I don't want to sacrifice anything. I want all of this. And you have to help them understand that, I want to get you the package that you want, but based on the budget that you're telling me, that's not possible. Are you able to, if we were to add this and take this away, will you be able to afford maybe a $250 package? And then before long, a lot of times they're right where they need to be, which is at $350, and they're happy because they got the package that they want. But you had to sort of help them understand that a little bit. The next thing is obviously you want to know what the start date is. That's something that is really important. So in your investigation, you want to know what their current situation is. You want to know the reason for their call, what prompted them to call. You want to know how they plan to use the plan, their budget, as well as their start date. The next thing that we're going to discuss is something that is probably one of the I just saw this. No audio is coming through. Are you guys able to hear me okay? Okay. It's all good. Okay. Oh my goodness. I was so worried. I'm like, okay, I've talked a lot here. Okay, good. I am glad that you all are able to hear me. Steve, I apologize. I was on a roll. I just saw your message there. So maybe the problem was on your end and not on my end, if everybody else can hear. So great. All right. So let's keep going here and let's talk about the plan usage a little bit. So this is really an important area for us to be on, really, when we're talking to our clients. It's really easy in the very beginning to talk about the current situation and the reason for the call, but then we got to dig real deep to find out how are they going to use this plan. Are there prescription drugs that we need to be concerned about? Are those prescription drugs expensive prescription drugs? Because that's going to matter with the type of plan you're going to recommend for your client. Doctor visits. Do they have a lot of doctor visits that they are planning for the upcoming year? And if so, would a copay plan work better for the client? Based on the number of doctor visits. And here is one thing that's really important for you guys to think about and ask your questions. Over the past 10 years, how many times did your medical bills exceed $1,000? Now, this is an important question. And the reason why it's an important question is because it's going to give you an idea of how much they use their plan. If you were to talk to me and my husband, we're getting older, so we have a lot more doctor visits than what we used to. But if you talk to my children, my daughters and my two sons, they never go to the doctor. They very rarely use it, and they really just want it for the what if situations. If you have someone who have young children, obviously their situation is going to be different. So one of the things that you want to make sure you're asking is about the usage. How have they used their plan in the past, or has anything happened, such as the birth of a child? Has anything happened that's going to increase their medical bills going forward? The next thing, are there any future things that need to happen scheduled that and then when you're asking that particular question, you got to determine whether or not it's a pre-existing condition. And from that, you need to decide, okay, which plan am I able to get them in? Is it something that is the result of a pre-existing problem that they have, where they might not be able to get on a short-term medical plan? Or is it just something they're wishing to schedule, but it's not necessarily an illness that would be a knockout for a short-term medical plan? So all of these things are things that you guys need to consider when you're talking to your clients and when you are helping your clients and you're doing that deep dive investigation. So continuing on with that thought, let's talk a little bit about plan usage. So typically, when we're talking about the plans that we're talking about for coverage, typically we're talking about those fixed indemnity plans or limited med plans, as well as the short-term medical plans and the ACA plans. So those are the things that's usually roaming through our mind, which one is going to be the best fit for our clients. Now, one of the things that I do want to remind everybody of when we're talking about the fixed indemnity plans, those plans can be paired with a short-term medical plan as well as with an ACA plan. So that plan is not a plan that is just a standalone. It actually can be paired with other plans just to make an even more robust plan. But let's just look at some of the differences between these two plans, because that's going to determine what is going to be best for your client. So when we're talking about the fixed benefit plans, we're looking at people that maybe are concerned about everyday expenses. They want access to a doctor. They're looking for a long-term solution. Fixed indemnity plans will give them that they can continue on and on and on, even after they've had a short-term medical plan, or they switch from a short-term medical plan to an ACA plan. They can keep their fixed indemnity plan going on and on. The other thing, this is a great option for people with small budgets, but have multiple people to cover. So they'll have some type of coverage, but it's if they have a larger family and they're trying to save a little bit of money, this could be a great option for those individuals. The other thing you want to consider, if they have they don't have a lot of medical bills, so they have fewer years with medical bills over $1,000. This would be a great option for them. But the thing that you do also want to consider with the fixed indemnity plan when you're talking to your customers is that some of the cons to this plan is that there's no stop loss protection. So even though per diagnostic code that is on their explanation of benefits, they are being paid for each one of those, but at the same time, there is no stop loss. So if that amount exceeds the coverage, then they possibly will have to come out of pocket with some money that maybe they didn't plan for. So that is something you have to consider. That is why this is a great option for those people who have fewer than $1,000 in medical expenses per year. And then when we're looking at the short-term medical or the major medical, these are people who are worried about that big what if. If something big was to happen, will I be covered for that? It's also a great option for people where insurance is very confusing to them. The fixed indemnity plans are usually more suited for those savvy type of investors, whereas the short-term medical and the major medical plans are pretty cut and dry when it comes to helping them understand. If they have a chronic condition, especially an expensive chronic condition. The major medical plan might be a better plan for them. And obviously, if they have many years where they are spending over $1,000, that might be a plan that is a lot more beneficial to them. So dissecting a little bit further between that short-term medical and the major medical plan, that short-term medical plan is going to definitely give some major advantages when it comes to costs, because those short-term medical plans are less expensive. They're more customizable, meaning that, people aren't paying for things that they don't need. With major medical plan, it's all or nothing, whereas short-term medical plan is not quite the case. You have larger networks when it comes to the short-term medical plan versus the major medical plans. You do have a lot, you have those nice PPO plans, and usually the networks are larger within the short-term medical plans. The disadvantage is that it does not cover pre-existing conditions, at least for the first 12 months. However, one thing that a lot of people don't think about when you look at the comparison of the short-term medical plan versus the major med is that everybody always thinks that major med is permanent insurance, and it really isn't permanent insurance. It's insurance you got to apply for every single year and changes every single year, whereas short-term medical plans can go up to 3 years, guys. So just a lot more, and I can go on and on and on, but those are some major things that when you are looking at your clients' usage of their plan, which one is going to be better for them. These are some things that you do want to consider as you are determining whether or not this is a plan for them. And I'm reading something. Give me 1 second. We can October. Oh, okay. So Steve Tratner, before I end this, I will like to announce some really good information that Steve Tratner just left for me that I plan on sharing with you guys. That's going to help you guys out a lot come OEP. And OEP is right here, right around the corner. So look for that in a second. So continuing on with our quality investigation, let's just make sure that at the end of the conversation, after you've done your investigation and you understand your client's needs, make sure you're summarizing what they said they wanted. Don't assume. Please don't assume, because assuming gets you in trouble. So, and summarizing is just basically saying, what I heard you say, Mr. Client, is this is what you are looking to accomplish. This is what you need in a plan. This is who you need the plan for, and this is the budget that you have set aside for this particular plan. Make sure you're summarizing it before you're getting to that proposal that you're giving to your customers. Getting them to agree that this is what they want. So in that summarization that you're doing with your client, that's exactly what you're doing. You're getting them to say, yes, yes, this is exactly what I need. This is what I'm looking for. You are right on the ball, Mr. or Mrs. Agent. This is what I need. That is what you want your clients to make sure that they're looking at. And the other thing is making sure you are not missing anything. And the best way to find out if you are not missing anything is to make sure that you are asking the question, did I miss anything? It's pretty simple, guys. And what you just told me, Mr. Customer, and what I just summarized for you, is there anything that I am missing? Any doctor facilities that maybe we didn't talk about, any specialists that you need to see or have been seeing or want to see. Is there anything else out there? And if there is, you address that situation. If not, you move on to your proposal. Okay, so I'm going to look at what Steve just put here in my chat. And I just want to, you guys can see it, but I do want to make it to mention it. It looks like Wednesday the 5th, we have a kickoff for OEP, and it starts at 10:30. We're going to have several carriers available, and it's going to go through Thursday, October 6th. So I'm sorry, no, it's going to actually go through Friday, October 7th. So guys, make sure you're on that, because I attend those all the time, and you get great information from each one of the carriers, things that are changing, things that have improved, things, that you need to know in order to help your customers. So make sure you have wrote what he has put down in this chat window, and make sure you don't miss it. I'm sure if you also go over to training at AHC, I thought I missed the slide, sorry. Make sure that you go over to training at ahcpsales.com. You can also call the 1-877 number available there to get more information. But please, if there's anything that you want. Oh, Tina, not a problem. I can repeat that. That's training at ahcpsales.com. So yeah, I know a lot of you guys are on your phones and you can't see the screen, so I can appreciate that. I hope you got that, Tina, okay? But that is going to do it for us today. I hope that you found this information informative. Thank you so much for joining us. Or joining me. I guess I got somebody else in the room with me that I don't know about. But thank you guys, and have a wonderful day. All right, bye.